By 2025, according to Volkswagen Group CEO Herbert Diess, the German carmaker can outsell Tesla in terms of sales of electric vehicles. Is that objective even feasible? Everyone is attempting to keep up with Tesla in terms of sales of all electric vehicles. However, the automaker has a significant lead and isn't slowing down. Welcome to ManaTech. The Volkswagen Group just announced that it has sold out of electric vehicles for the remainder of this year. General Motors has also made similar statements in regards to the sales of electric vehicles. Are these assertions true? Do they even exist? Volkswagen did well in the first quarter of this year, selling around 32,000 EVs every month. It distributed and sold 99,000 electric vehicles. Accordingly, 400,000 deliveries are anticipated this year, which would be a considerable decrease from the previous year. In the very first quarter of this year, Tesla sold over 310,000 electric vehicles. Therefore, their deliveries were 3 times as many as Volkswagen's. Additionally, they have 2 current factories that are rapidly expanding. China is also in the competition right now. They're selling vehicles around 4 times more than Volkswagen. So it's going to be difficult for Volkswagen to compete with both of them. The next 15 years are really crucial because EV vehicles are growing rapidly along with technology. In the next few years, cars will become autonomous, and it'll change the industry. Let's come back to our topic. Volkswagen may have to produce 10 times as much as they do now. This is a huge number, right? When it relates to EV sales, everyone is attempting to compete with Tesla, but they have a significant lead and it's not slowing down well. According to Fred Lambert from Electric, when you look at the comparative charts, it appears to be accelerating if anything. How come? Tesla is undoubtedly the leader in early investments for not only electric cars, but also battery firms and battery production. But Herbert Diess wishes to study from Tesla. He's really modest, has spoken with Elon Musk numerous times, and has even stated that they are the gold standard. To be fair, BYD had recently surpassed Volkswagen in terms of sales of electric vehicles worldwide. In my opinion, there is absolutely no chance that Volkswagen will take back their position with regard to BYD. Why did BYD just launch a gigafactory for electric vehicles in China? Another one is being constructed. Factory-produced batteries are being built. Volkswagen is claiming that by the end of 2030, they'll have 240 gigawatt-hours of battery output. It's simple to talk and to make statements, but the key in this situation is being able to manufacture the cars. Automobiles cannot be manufactured without batteries. Additionally, Tesla has the batteries. This is a big advantage for the vehicle's future since Tesla not only makes the parts but also a lot of them. It'll be a tight race, but we won't give up, Herbert Diess said. I have to say, we didn't expect our main US competitor to be so fast and well prepared, he added. 8% of Volkswagen's manufactured vehicles during the fourth quarter of last year were electric, compared to 5% in the year's first 3 months. There's no imminent increase in the numbers. They're stating that this is happening and will happen. When will it take place? It will eventually, I'm sure, but it really is taking more time than they anticipated. It might seem like pure fiction that Volkswagen will catch up to and surpass Tesla. To produce cars, a company should have battery production as well as factories. The biggest problem no one noticed till now is that, other than the workers of Volkswagen, we don't know if they are making a profit from their electric cars. They have yet to reveal their profit percentage. It may seem overly ambitious for Volkswagen to manufacture 28 million electrified vehicles by 2028. However, the established carmaker has a strategy in place to seize control of the EV market, and it might well succeed. Just 5 years ago, Volkswagen was forced to pay billions of dollars in fines for programming its diesel engines to falsify emission tests. Volkswagen is now spending money on more than simply rebuilding its reputation, but the fallout from its Dieselgate crisis is still being felt. The Volkswagen Group is funding its electric vehicle initiative with close to $37 billion, more than any other manufacturer. Almost $12 billion will be spent on the company's Volkswagen brand specifically. By making this investment, Volkswagen's premium brand currently anticipates producing 1 million EVs yearly by 2023. Recently, the car maker changed its Zwickau, Germany facility such that it now only produces the all-electric Volkswagen ID.3. And then it intended to expand EV production to its factories in Dresden, Germany, Tennessee, and 2 locations in China. By 2022, Volkswagen Group will have 8 facilities producing electric vehicles across 3 continents. Even so, these figures are still optimistic forecasts given Volkswagen's size and financial situation. In terms of real sales, Tesla still rules the EV market. While Tesla is undoubtedly increasing its production capacity, its future development may be dependent on a stagnant Chinese auto market. Tesla's Fremont factory has the capacity to produce close to 500,000 cars annually. For the production of the Roadster, Cybertruck, and Semi will take place is still a mystery. Although this level of productivity is commendable for a small, independent business, can it compete with an international conglomerate? Jürgen Leohold, head of research at Volkswagen, stated in 2010 that the business had come to the conclusion that hydrogen-powered vehicles were not a viable alternative. All that changed though. In May 2016, when the company started making electric vehicles in an effort to catch up to Tesla, 3 of the 9 electric vehicles produced were all electric, and 6 of them were plug-in hybrids. Volkswagen continued to produce even though it was much later than Tesla had begun its own production in an effort to establish itself as a major player in both the non-electric car industry and the electric vehicle market. Volkswagen anticipated that by the time production began in 2016, the cumulative total sales, including all Volkswagen brand electric vehicles since the commencement of their respective production, would reach roughly 103,000. According to rumors, Tesla CEO Elon Musk attempted to replace him as Tesla's CEO in 2015 by hiring Herbert Diess, the CEO of the Volkswagen Group. Given that Herbert Diess is one of the most well-known automotive executives in the industry, this makes sense. He was a prominent executive at BMW for more than 15 years until his departure in 2014, which led to the failure of the company's electrification efforts. Since then, Elon Musk has tried to hire him despite speculation that he might join Volkswagen. Despite the fact that Herbert Diess already had a contract with Tesla, the two CEOs have continued to work together and have received public acclaim for their leadership in the electric vehicle sector. It has gone to the point where Elon Musk thinks that after Tesla, the Volkswagen Group is the firm making the biggest advancements in electric vehicles. This brings up the following issue. How do they want to displace Tesla Inc. as the second best manufacturer of electric vehicles in order to assume the leadership position? Without a doubt, the two CEOs and friends are competing with one another to break past the biggest production barriers for electric vehicles and take the top spot in the EV market worldwide. Regarding their goals to raise output at the 2 new manufacturing facilities they inaugurated this year, Tesla is having some difficulties. Earlier this year, the German Gigafactory in Berlin received clearance. Early April will mark the start of manufacturing and delivery at Austin's Gigafactory, Texas. According to Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess, Tesla's inability to increase output at any of its factories, and he's also convinced that Volkswagen will be able to make further favorable enhancements as early as the second half of 2022. He said that Volkswagen is producing more electric vehicles in Germany and China than ever before as a result of the subsiding semiconductor shortages. Volkswagen and other manufacturers of electric vehicles have faced significant challenges due to a lack of semiconductors and other resources. This is significant since EV manufacturers have had difficulty obtaining semiconductors, which are believed to be the most popular component. This tends to make EV production very challenging, especially when combined with raw material prices that are rising exponentially and a lack of other parts. The CEO of Volkswagen, though, is certain that this won't prevent his business from boosting sales by the year's end. However, even though the initial increase in manufacturing could take up to a year to complete, Tesla Inc. doesn't actually have a vulnerability there. Tesla is currently manufacturing a new battery type in Texas that'll eventually travel to Berlin. This could be the business's largest advantage for the remainder of the decade. And that's all for today. Do you think Volkswagen will be able to defeat Tesla? Let us know your thoughts about this in the comment section below.